This is the spell to bring back a lost love.
What you need for this spell is a pen and paper to write your petition, salt for a ring of protection, sage. You also need a representation of you and the person that you want to bring back to you, red string as the tether. You need a pink candle, something to inscribe the candle. You need roses, rosebuds, or rose petals, 7 copper pennies. Make sure that the pennies are prior to 1982 so that they are actually copper and not zinc. And then a mirror to make the work more reflective. And then, of course, you want something to light your candle with.
This spell should be performed on a Friday while the moon is waxing. Okay, so you want to perform this between the new moon and the full moon, because as the power and strength of the moon grows, you also want that love to grow, and you also want that bond to become stronger between you and your target. You also want to start this on a Friday because Friday is the day of Venus, which is the planet of love. And so you also want to have that planetary timing while doing this spell. So this is a sample petition that you will write, okay? And you want to be specific. You want to speak as if what you want has already happened, as if it is in the present, occurring right now, okay? You don't want to have any generalizations. You want to be as specific as possible. Now, of course, my petition doesn't really say much because I'm not doing this for real, but I would describe the love that we have. I would describe what our relationship is. I will describe how this person talks to me, how they treat me, and how that bond that I want to create, how that bond is, okay? So this is a sample, just a sample of what your petition should look like. And of course, you want to say, as I will it, so shall it be. All right. So now I'm going to take my petition and I'm going to fold it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to sit it on top of the mirror. Then I am going to place my rose petals around my mirror. Okay. You want to place your roses around your mirror. And what the mirror does is the mirror reflects the power, amplifying it. So the mirror is going to work as an amplifier, okay? Now I'm going to take my 7 pennies. And these 7 pennies, which are made of copper, are going to be my offering to the goddess of love, Venus, right? Because we are working under her planetary power, of course. And then I'm going to take my pink candle. I know it looks orange, but this is pink for that pack. And I'm going to write on here with this, I'm going to carve into my candle, come to me, and then whatever the person's name is. All right. So you're going to, again, come to me. You're going to scratch that into here. And then you're going to also put their name. And you're going to put it in your candle holder. And you're going to sit that on top. Now, your figures that you have to represent you and the other person, okay, you want to tie these together. And I'm going to show you how that looks in a second. Whoops. As you can see, the figures that represent you and your target are tied together with the string. Okay, it's a red string to represent love. You can also use pink if you would like. Pink or red works. Also, a white string would work because white can represent any color. Same for your candle. You can have a white candle if you don't have a pink candle, because white can represent any color. As long as you say that this color is standing in its place, then that's what it is. Okay, so you have your 2 figures tethered. Now, when it comes to your figure and your target's figure, you want this figure to represent you. You can write your name on the figure. You can put a picture of yourself attached to the figure. The same for the figure that represents your target. You could write their name on that figure. You can also put their picture on that figure. Some people use candles to represent each person. You could use a white candle to represent yourself, a black candle to represent the other person, or vice versa. You can use 2 white candles to represent you and the other person. You could also just use pictures. Use what you have. Be creative. As long as your intent is saying that this represents me and this represents my target, it is going to work. Okay. I also like those figure candles, the one that looks like the female, the one that looks like the male, or if you need to use 2 females or 2 males, whatever you want to do, just make sure that your figures represent the correct person and that you put as much detail into that representation. Now I'm going to use my salt, and I'm going to use this salt as a ring of protection around my work. So I'm just going to sprinkle this salt around my work. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to state my intention, that my intention is to protect my work so that no obstacles will stop this work from happening. Okay? And once my salt is around my work, I'm going to go ahead and light my candle. I'm stating my intention, saying that this work that I'm performing, I want this to bring me and my love back together. I don't want any blockages. I don't want anything stopping us. I just want there to be a clear path between myself and this person so that we can be together. Okay? While I'm also saying that, I'm going to light my sage.
Get it real good. And also continue to cleanse the area, okay? Doing the same thing. Asking for my work to be protected, okay? And once you feel like you have stated your intention enough, you're going to sit and you're going to watch this candle. And as this candle burns, you're going to continue to state your intention, okay? And this is what I do. Okay?
What we have just done is for day 1 of the spell, that Friday under the waxing moon, the moon growing in size, going from a new moon to a full moon. This is day 1. On the next day, okay, the next day, you may have put this candle out because you've watched it for 10 minutes and now you're done watching it. So you would have put this candle out. The next day, for day 2, day 3, all the way to day 7, you're going to relight your candle. If you need a new candle, you're going to reinscribe that candle for your intention and start it again, okay? Every day, you are going to move your figures closer together. Every day. Day 3, light your candle, state your intent, move your figures closer together. By the 7th day, your figures are going to be close together, okay? And what you're going to do is then take those figures on that 7th day and wrap that string around them to represent their bond. They are now together, and your spell is complete.
Okay? Do not let anyone disturb the spell as you're working it. You want to work this spell in a place that is going to be safe, away from your pets, away from your kids, away from nosy people, people who like to fidget and touch things and mess with things. You do not want people messing with your work because this takes time, this takes intention, and this takes focus and lots of energy. Okay? That is it. That is our love spell. Please comment, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I will answer them.